In this video, we are going to create an expert advisor that utilizes the BullsPower indicator to manage trading positions. Let's see how we can do that. We start Metaeditor by clicking a little icon or pressing F4. The first thing we do in our code is include the CTrade class from the standard library. This class provides simplified trading methods such as PositionOpen and PositionModify, which help us manage our trading operations more efficiently. Next, we instantiate a CTrade object with default parameters. This object will manage all trade operations, including position management. Moving on, we define our strategy configuration parameters. These parameters are adjustable in the Expert Advisor properties. The LookbackBars parameter specifies the historical range for highs and lows, allowing us to analyze up to 1,000 candles. The MinCandlesBack parameter sets the minimum age for a valid high or low, which can range from 5 to 50 candles. The TrailingOffset parameter provides a safety margin for the trailing stop, measured in points, with a range from 1 to 20. Lastly, the BullsPeriod parameter defines the period for the BullsPower calculation. We then declare our global variables and handles. The BullsHandle variable will store the handle for the BullsPower indicator, while the BullsBuffer array will act as a ring buffer for storing BullsPower values. The price data array will hold the open, high, low, and close price data for our analysis. Next, we implement the expert initialization function, which is executed once at the start of the expert advisor for indicator setup. In this function, we create the BullsPower indicator handle using the IBullsPower function, which takes the symbol, time period, and BullsPeriod as parameters. We also configure our arrays as time series, ensuring that the newest data is at index 0. Now we move on to the position opening functions. The open by position function is responsible for executing market orders for buy positions. It retrieves the current ask price using the symbolinfo double function, which takes the symbol and the symbol ask parameter. We then execute a buy order using the PositionOpen method from the CTrade class. The parameters for this method include the symbol, order type, volume, price, stop loss, take profit, and a comment. In this case, we are opening a buy position with a size of 0.10 lots, which translates to 10 micro lots, at the current ask price, with no stop loss or take profit set. Similarly, the open sell position function executes market orders for sell positions. It retrieves the current bid price and uses the PositionOpen method to open a sell position. The parameters are the same as in the buy function, with the only difference being that we are using the bid price for entry. The main price update function, on tick, is executed on every tick and contains the core strategy logic. In this function, we first retrieve historical price data for analysis using the copyRates function. This function takes the symbol, time period, starting position, number of candles to copy, and the array to store the data. We also load the BullsPower values from the indicator buffer using the copyBuffer function, which takes the indicator handle, buffer index, starting position, number of values to copy, and the array to store the values. Next, we check the status of our positions. We determine if we have any open positions and their type by looping through all open positions in reverse order for safe iteration. We use the PositionGetTicket function to get the unique ticket number for each position and check if it belongs to the current symbol. If we find an open position, we mark it and store its type. Now we move on to trend detection and position management. For a buy condition, we check if the BullsPower indicator crosses above 0, indicating potential upward momentum. If there are no open positions, we call the open buy position function to open a new buy position. If we already have a buy position, we identify the lowest low in the lookback period using the ILowest function. We check if this low is at least MinCandlesBack old and if the current price is above the identified low. If these conditions are met, we calculate the trailing stop level and call the process trailing stop function. For a sell condition, we check if the BullsPower indicator crosses below 0, indicating potential downward momentum. If there are no open positions, we call the open sell position function to open a new sell position. If we already have a sell position, we identify the highest high in the lookback period using the IHighest function. We check if this high is at least MinCandlesBack old and if the current price is below the identified high. If these conditions are met, we calculate the trailing stop level and call the process trailing stop function. The process trailing stop function is responsible for managing the trailing stop for both buy and sell positions. It iterates through all open positions in reverse order and selects each position using its ticket number. We check if the position matches the specified type and belongs to the current chart symbol. We then retrieve the current stop loss value and update it based on the position type. For buy positions, we ensure that the new stop level is higher than the current stop or that there is no existing stop loss. For sell positions, we ensure that the new stop level is lower than the current stop or that there is no existing stop loss. Finally, we press F7 to compile the code. This is the final step in the coding process. If this was too fast for you, or if you don't understand what all the code is doing, you may want to check out the premium course on our website or watch one of the basic videos first. If everything works correctly, we go back to Metaeditor by pressing F4 or clicking on the icon. Back in Metaeditor, we press Ctrl and R to start the strategy tester, pick the expert advisor that we have just created, enable the visual mode, and start a strategy test. We should see the expert advisor on the chart. If you are already a premium course member and have an idea for a video like this one, you can send us an email. In summary, we have learned how to create an expert advisor that utilizes the BullsPower indicator to manage trading positions. We have coded this functionality using a few lines of MQL code. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.